Hello again. This is Spicy Karl with another review here. Today we're going to do the Sriracha chicken melt from Subway. I don't know if I said Sunway or Subway. Anyway, change the venue a little bit here. We're in a sunroom. Obviously, it's not very sunny outside. Still drinking the Jesse James bourbon. The more I drink this, it's okay. Still, it's nothing great. It's a little bit worse than Jim Beam, which is kind of like the bar standard that I kind of put everything to. I mean, it's like, is it better or worse than Jim Beam? If it's better, then it's decent bourbon, you know? And then if it's worse than Jim Beam, then it's not good bourbon. So we're going to see how this room looks. It's really cold outside. I'm sure you can see smoke coming out of, well, you know, the vapors coming out of my mouth here when I'm breathing. But today I got the Sriracha chicken. You know, I went in there 13 minutes ago. They close in 2 minutes. So, you know, the thing is that I went in there. It was immaculate. You know, it was a very clean restaurant. And you know how Subway is you got to walk in there, and then you know the person washes their hands, and they gotta prepare a sandwich. It was the only girl working there, and I felt terrible because you know I come in there with like a suit and you know not my jacket's in the car, but you know I come in there with like my clothes on that I present to you with, and I just look like a buffoon. I mean I look like an absolute idiot when I'm ordering this stuff sometimes. And a couple questions she asked me, you know, on the picture of the the sriracha melt. You know, I heard a commercial about it today on the way to work, and so it's like, oh, I like spicy things. I know what sriracha sauce is. I've never had it. Actually, I might have had it once, but you know, it was just something like just sprinkled on. You know, it wasn't like I had a dedicated chicken melt to it. So I got it, and so hold on. I mean, it grows on me, I guess. It does grow on me. So the first question, you know, I asked her, I was like, well, hey, you know, what comes on the sandwich? You know, she's like, well, it comes with chicken, sriracha sauce, and your choice of cheese. You know, that's one thing about Subway. They always have, it's always so variable. You know, like they don't have a standardized sandwich. It's not like, okay, you know, you get a McDouble from McDonald's or something like that, you know what it's going to have on it. Same with any burger joint, you know what's going to be on that sandwich. With Subway, it's not the case, but I think that things like this, they should standardize. You know, if I'm getting the ham and turkey, then I want to customize it. Otherwise, you know, I want a standardized sandwich. So I looked at the picture and I said, well, what's on the picture? And she was dumbfounded, and it kind of turned me off in the whole thing. So she's like, well, it looks like there's onions on there, and I mean, my accent's probably not correct. I mean, it's more like, oh well, you know, it's it looks like there's onions on there, and it looks like some green pepper, and I guess that's how people up here talk. Poor impression. I apologize if I offended anybody there. Regardless, it's and she had the audacity to even ask me, you know, like, do I want it melted, you know, or not melted, toasted? And I'm like, well, how else is it, you know, how else is it gonna melt? I didn't say that to her, you know. I'm a little bit, I get scared of these people, you know. Sometimes I treat them really nice, you know. I said, okay, so how does it usually come? And she's like, well, usually the most popular way is that people get it toasted. And I said, well, I'll get it toasted then. So how is it called a melt if it's not toasted? That's my only thing here. But I'm excited about trying this because I like Subway in general. I think they're fairly high quality, um, and this is their new sandwich, and I like hot stuff too. So I like spicy food. So we're gonna try it out here. Yeah, it's a little cold, but that's my fault. It's not Subway's fault. Oh wow! All right. So here it goes. To kind of clarify what I got on the sandwich, she said it looks like it has bell pepper, or green pepper, I guess, onions, and tomatoes. I hate tomatoes, so I didn't get tomatoes. So I got the green pepper, I got the onion, and I got the sriracha stuff, and the chicken, obviously, and then I got it toasted. So, and on Italian herbs and cheese. I like Italian herbs and cheese. I should have got on just um, plain Jane white, white bread, French bread, whatever you have you. But I just kind of I went with what I knew. Like if I got my other sandwich that I usually get, which is the black forest ham, I think is what they call it, and the turkey. Um, I usually and so I mean it was no going back, and I felt like I should because the picture advertised just a white bread. But let's see how this tastes. Well, it definitely burns. It you can definitely taste the heat. The thing I kind of question, I mean, you can't really see that, can you? Um, just looks kind of like buffalo sauce. It doesn't. The last time I think I remember having sriracha, it was more red. It wasn't as orange. It. I like the color orange. I really do. Um, usually, every single thing I wear that's not to work or reviewing something like my 3-piece pajama suit that I have is going to be orange. I like the color orange, but I don't remember sriracha being orange. Um, so I'm kind of suspicious about it. I don't know if it's really sriracha sauce, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I'm no expert at these things. I just give my opinion and my humble, very Christian opinion, and I don't have any preconceived, agenda, if you will. Um, so again, Subway always gives napkins. Honestly, since I've started doing this, the only people that haven't given napkins, is Wendy's, which is surprising, but everybody else has been really good about that, and I think they're paramount to a fast food transaction. But you know that Wendy's always packs it with, I mean, not Wendy's, Subway always packs napkins with it. They touch it with a napkin, they put it in the bag, you're gone, you're gone. You know, so it's apparently Subway caters, but um, no, it's good. It's very hot. I like spicy stuff, so and the onion pairs really well with it, and so does the. I hope this is what usually comes on the sandwich because again, I don't know. Italian herbs and cheese, it's something I know, so I mean, I can't really judge it against anything because that's usually what I get because I like it. And it's just enough to where you can taste it, but it's not enough. It doesn't overpower anything. It doesn't. It's not the forefront of this sandwich or any other sandwich for that matter. So I do like this bread with this. I suggest trying it maybe. Um, I think this is going to get my highest review actually, my highest rating. This will be my highest review. My syntax is just off tonight. I just don't have very good grammar. I don't know if this is Jesse James. I'm drinking this, again, and I don't know if it's that, but this is only my first glass, and maybe it's because it's cold outside. I don't know. I do not know, my friends. I do not know. I'm going to finish this sandwich. I think it's good. So it's a 6-inch. It was only $4.75, which is very reasonable in my opinion. It's going to fill me up. I'm hoping. I'm pretty sure it will. And it's relatively healthy. From what I remember, I think it's like 400 and something calories. So that's not that bad. And they did everything right. The girl was courteous, even though she was kind of clueless. That's going to be a deduction, obviously. You got to have your employees know what they're doing. Again, I know they're owned by individual franchisees, but I'd say that this sandwich is pretty good. I'm going to give it, I'd say, a 7.62. 7.62 is going to be the highest rating I've given so far, and I think that's a fair rating. I'm going to finish this. And by the way, when I'm typing right here, it's because I'm trying to, because I'm an idiot, and I set my timer wrong, and that means it's running long. If that means I've passed 10 minutes, which I shouldn't do. I want to limit these things to 10 minutes, but apparently I just talk really long, and that's just what your Carl does. He just wants to have a conversation with you. He doesn't really care about timers, but he kind of wants to keep himself in check, and I do like referring to myself in the third person at times. But yeah, I think everything on the sandwich, sans tomato, is really good. It pairs well with the green pepper and the onion. I like onions on stuff, so I think it's a good sandwich. So yeah, I mean my rating stands on that. Highest rating so far. So it keeps getting better here at Uncle Carl's. So or spicy Uncle Carl, whatever you want to call me. Again, it's Alex as well. So join me next time. Thanksgiving's coming up, so I'm going to be going back down south, so I might be able to review some Chick-fil-A, which is I'm looking forward to that because it's been a while since I've had it. So I will catch you later. God bless, and come see me again.